Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought I'd come and wish you a wonderful day today. I'm continuing to speak about different ideas. Those are perspective, but I think they're important perspective in this shifting time, this time of chaos. For it is very important to let go of judgment. For judgment is here to separate. Judgment is the opposite of love. For when we judge, we move into fear and separation. We are polarized into a side. When we love, we heal and we include. We include and we heal. And so it is very important to know that there is this fear of unconditional love, that is the love of God, that is the truth, that will erase all of the old programming, because right now in the matrix it's like we have the choice between the cholera or the plague. It's like, do you want the worst or do you want the next worst? It's like all those polarities are really, we want to be cultivating peace, we want to be cultivating joy. It is very important. There is no black or white. It's one great program of life that is evolving together. As we remove ourselves, we move into a state of samadhi, we raise above, beyond good and evil. We can see that there is no black or white, there's just shades of gray. There's dark gray and light gray. Eventually we see the colors of life. But trust in the dissolution of this matrix. This matrix will not last very long, and trust in the divine plan, trust in the process of life, and tune in to your inner guidance. Your inner guidance is really the only way to navigate through those times, to move back into the state of grace and ease and flow. And so focus on staying above the polarity. Understand that all this scene is bringing slowly but surely, very slowly, but bringing everybody back into the light. For there is this point of freedom. So be love, and be, when you are love, when you are you are above, beyond good and evil, and stand in your highest truth. The truth is love. Your highest truth is the way of love. And when you stand in your truth, stand in your value. Do not associate with anything negative or dark as much as possible. Yet do not judge yourself when you see that you're making a mistake and going backwards. It is part of the dance. It is part of the process. Then you can correct and be compassionate in relationship to yourself, to your own path and cycle. But be careful not to fall into judgment. We have to develop our lucidity, our compassion, and our courage. The more lucidity we have, we obtain lucidity and serenity by breathing, by meditating, by moving into the silence within, and then we raise above all that. This is the time to pay attention to your dreams, to your intuition, to the mirror of life. The more lucidity we have, the more compassion and courage we will have. Compassion is obtained by love, by assisting the world, by being good to ourselves, to have compassion. The more compassion we'll have, the more lucidity and courage will grow together. And the courage is obtained by overcoming fear, by overcoming all and transmuting all the darkness that we may still have within ourselves, or the limitation, as we accept to perfect our character. So the courage is like going for it, even if we're afraid. So it's like we're passing beyond a limitation that we have self-created for evolution. And the more courage we have, the more compassion and lucidity will grow together until we reach the state of pure immortality. And then eventually, even from there, we'll still have to grow to integrate the wholeness of life. Or the wholeness of life contains both dark and light, the heavy and the light. But for now, we need to move from the impure to the pure. Then we'll integrate the wholeness of life only when, but keep things in balance always. For the inner light and guidance is the only way. And when the situation will present no more choices, at some point the situation is going to get so critical, there will be no more choices. That's when God will step in and will offer the truth, the love of to see the truth is that the love of God is the only thing that is, and then everything else is cause and effect from personal will, and so everybody will have to harvest. For it was said that the meek shall inherit the earth, but it's not just for now. For now, you need to be really anchored within your own power in order to do your meditation, also to reinforce your senses, so that all this negative energy from the outside world does not penetrate you. You become above and beyond that as much as possible, and connect. When you connect to your creator, you make the silence, you concentrate your soul on top of your head, and so that the light, the spiral of light, can descend upon you and spiral through all your chakras. You can ground it into the earth. Imagine that you're fusing your consciousness with that of the creator, of the one of that is all that is. For there's infinite diversity in the universe. The plan of God is so vast that is beyond anything the mind can conceive. Only the infinite mind of God can conceive of the infinite plan of God. So just accept those things. Do not try to understand everything. Just tune into the frequency of joy and love and happiness and creativity and tolerance and respect and and things will definitely unfold as we do that collectively. There will be new because it is only God knows and only God does. You can pray, you can ask, and the ego can do things, but it's not always sufficient to actually bring the solution, because the ego doesn't have all the information. So when you tune into this consciousness, it guides you to know what's the right step to take. Do not avoid the things of the world. Also, I'm not saying to plant your hand into the sand. I'm just saying to distract yourself from those things that you do not have solution about and that you cannot do anything about. You ask the creator to solve those problems, and but when we need to face certain things, we'll need to face it. It is part of our growth. But yet maintain most of your energy, most of your time, most of your mental process towards something that is happy, that is beautiful, that is light. Doesn't mean that you cannot be, you're not indifferent. Love is not indifferent to this act of compassion, is not indifferent to the suffering we see, but we cannot carry the burden of others. It does not serve them. We can send them love, we can send them light, we can send them understanding, we can keep the door open for them, and that is really what we seek to do, to be our sovereign self. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I just wanted to say hello. We're going to be going out. I finished certain paintings. They're almost finished. So for those who are, some people ask me they want to acquire some art. I will respond soon. I want to know that they're completely finished before that. So this one is completely finished. The first one I completed. I think it is it's signed in the back. And this one I think also is pretty much finished. It's initial in the front and it's signed in the back. It's they're like spring paintings of the mountains. This one too, I think I changed I think the color, the flowers. I like the flowers, and it's signed here. Then I have this one that's a little bit bigger, also on the same subject. And then this one I might leave it like that, because it's like the trees are it kind of works for me. It's kind of flat, although I may put a little bit of silver here to symbolize a bit of rocks in the maybe gray silver. I'm not really sure. And it's signed here. And the others are coming along. So I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm going to finish with a song that talks about broadcasting joy. For joy is so important. It is the fuel of the evolution on the higher plane. Everybody operates not through chaos but through joy. And so, but in order to allow joy to happen, we need to let go of this mental labyrinth of energy that we need to all kinds of things. So move into the feeling state of life, and even if it's just for a moment, it shows you something, a potential for we all creating our reality again and again and again unconsciously. So very soon our body will fuse with that of light and will be transformed. All our cells will be transformed into this light body. So just continue to purify yourself, to be kind and compassionate in relationship to yourself. Support yourself. Know you're beautiful, know you're perfect. You know that God loves you and the whole universe loves you, and soon all the humans also, from deep inside, in truth there is only love. So that is the love of God, is the truth that we're seeking, and so that we can share that energy. And so I'm going to finish with this song. It's called Joy to the World. It goes like this. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine, and he always had some mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, tell you what I'll do. I'll throw away the cars and the bars and the wars, and I make sweet love to you, singing joy across the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies, love to have my fun. I'm a high life flyer and a rainbow rider and a straight shooting son of a gun. I said a straight shooting son of a gun, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea, joy to you and me, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea, joy to you and me, joy to you and me. So it's about joy. So pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to there's certain words that can come into your consciousness that it comes from spirit, and sometimes spirit can be very mysterious, and they perceive things that we don't, and so we have to trust that and to know that we're always supported. There is this higher path, this higher guidance, this higher way that we need to tune into that frequency of the divine to allow the Creator to take over our life as much as possible. Although He wants us to be one with, to have the responsibility of knowing our own the good and evil, the darkness, the tree of knowledge, to have the relationship, to understand the relationship between that which is good, that which is not, in order to become co-creator and full creator eventually. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day. Trust in miracles, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.